to get better over time. Um, just what the city's doing with Dick's Park, and it's
yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
it's going to be a good one.
All right, so we've been to Winterville and we've been to Skylight Inn dozens of times. So you were talking before about a couple of things you did different with the private event space and the bar here, as sort of changing that for the drive-through. So just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So. So one of the early visions we had is obviously being in downtown Raleigh. It's a different clientele, and not that we want to cater specifically to that clientele, but barbecue to me is just so communal. All the memories I have growing up, with barbecue. I mean, there were family reunions. They were just such good memories, and just food in general. I mean, there's something magical when you sit down at a table with friends over a good meal. I mean, even in the New Testament, in the Gospels, there's 90 mentions of food. So,
yeah.
So it's magical things happen. Ideas get exchanged. Thoughts, everything. So, we wanted to create an environment where we could facilitate that, and I think it's with a private event space. That's 50 to 60 people that we can get together, and in different forms and functions. We can have, meetings, political meetings, and we can have business functions. We can have family reunions. We're actually having a church function this evening, and we've got a graduation dinner on the books as well. So, and then also, our craft cocktail program. That was something I was really interested in, because what if we could replicate the time and care that goes on in our smokehouse behind the bar? What if we could, it's 16 to 18 hours to cook a hog. And what if we could mirror that care and craft behind the bar? We make our own syrups, we make our own mixers, nothing is pre-made. So, that same thought process. So what we wanted to do is just, create an environment that would just allow people to gather and enjoy a good meal and a great memory.
All right, now I want you to talk a little bit about just the challenges of building the smokehouse here in Raleigh, where things are a little bit different. So we're used to hanging out in the one in Winterville, and the older one in Ayden. So, but it's different here.
It is different, and as things. As time goes on, things change. You can't necessarily always do things the way you used to do things, and some of that is necessary evolution. I can tell you from firsthand experience working at the Winterville location. I sent pictures to my wife when I was there in June. I was just holding a thermometer and it was 103 degrees working in there. So, hopefully with the city of Raleigh. Suggesting that we put hoods in, I think that'll create a better quality of life for our team, and that's really what's most important to us. And some of the challenges is we thought that we kind of had to rethink our process, because as far as the airflow within the smokehouse, having the exhaust fans, and honestly that wasn't. And thankfully too, we're surrounded by a lot of smart people. So they were able to come in and assist us with their ideas and their opinions. But man, I tell you what, I mean, the city of Raleigh, downtown in particular, has just been so good to work with. I mean, Bill King from the Downtown Raleigh Alliance, the Chamber of Commerce. I mean, I've been pleasantly surprised, because you think about bureaucracy and you think about the closer you get to the downtown, the greater it is. But I got to tell you, like it's been a pleasure to do business in downtown Raleigh.
And so many of the really traditional North Carolina heritage places now also not only have pit cookers, but they have smokers. You know, some people use that change. You don't have to describe those, but just talk about, you know, that with your a little bit different cooking process for some of the products than in others.
Yeah. So we have used So, starting with the Winterville, the first Sam Jones, we introduced a J&R cooker, and we took that same product and we got the bigger version. We got the daddy version. So, it's as far as ease of use, it's such a great smoker to use and operate. And it's just a consistently good product. And again, that kind of goes back to the cornerstone and foundation of who we are. We want you to be able to go to Winterville, get the same ribs. Raleigh, get the same ribs. And not only, the same product at different locations, but the same product at the same location. I don't want you to come in on Saturday and the ribs just be a little bit different than they were the Tuesday before.
Right.
I mean, we want it to be consistent. And thankfully, partnering with J&R, it's just been a really good relationship and a really great product to use.
Good. Okay. Well, anything else you wanted to add? I'm good with that. I think that's great stuff.
No. Hopefully, I didn't.
No, you were
I didn't
great.
mumble
Okay,
too much.
Yeah. No, we're good. Quick question, that muffin that's with the three, what kind of muffin is that? Sweet potato muffin, okay, good. Oh, well, thanks for speaking. No, you're not bothering me a bit, not at all.
Okay. Hang on. Backwards. Okay, Bob.
There's been Jones Family Barbecue in Eastern North. There's been Jones Family Barbecue in Eastern North Carolina for over 70 years now, starting out in Ayden, then moving to.
It's made a Christmas reel.
What?
Made the Christmas reel. Anytime.
There's been Jones Family Barbecue in Eastern North Carolina for over 70 years now. First in Ayden, then in Winterville, outside Greenville, and now in Raleigh. It's changed a little bit over the years, but that's the secret to keeping your appeal fresh. All right?
Okay, sir.
The classic, of course, is whole hog pig. Again. The classic, of course, is whole hog barbecue cooked with. It's been a while. All right.
Yes, it is. Everybody.
Yeah, okay. The classic is whole hog barbecue cooked for hours and hours over wood with crispy skin chopped into it for extra flavor. That hasn't changed a bit.
Anytime.
Now, in the old days, you just got slaw, a piece of cornbread, and a tray of barbecue, not much else. In the old days, you just got cornbread, slaw, and barbecue. Now they have a wider array of sides, including some really good collard greens.
Good. Anytime.
This is kind of a sweet coleslaw. Boy, it matches the piquancy of the barbecue just perfectly.
Hang on. You took it out. I couldn't see it.
All right.
Here we go. Anytime.
This is a really sweet slaw. It matches the piquancy of the barbecue just perfectly.
Okay.
All right.
Are you going to take it out of frame after you said all that, or not?
Well, it doesn't matter. You can cut to meat, taking to a wider shot of me eating it.
Okay.
Getting a good match between the slaw and the flavor of the meat is absolutely essential.
Anytime.
Look at the shine on those collards. That's what some people call slick collards.
Anytime. I'm sorry. Just give me one more. Not all. Anytime.
They don't chop those as finely as some that you'll find, but the flavor is absolutely spot on.
Okay.
This is baked cornbread. It was what they started with in the early days, cooked with a lot of pig drippings in there, and I've got a nice corner piece, which is what you want.
Anytime.
Now, if you're used to hush puppies or corn sticks, some people find that a little off-putting if they aren't used to it, but I love the cornbread. It's heavy, it's dense, but to me, it is absolutely delicious.
Okay. Anytime.
Now, at the Skylight Inn, the first Pete Jones barbecue, it was all cold bottle drinks, no ice, no cups. He bought 3 tractor trailer loads of soft drinks one time just so he'd be sure not to run out. Here, let me do one more of those, sorry.
Okay.
In the original Skylight Inn, it was all bottled cold drinks. No cups, no ice, no tea. Now you can get just about anything you want to drink, but I thought it would be good to kind of go back to the roots here.
You can lower it down just a little bit. And anytime.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Anytime.
Okay, you're on the whole plate, right?
Plate.
Okay. As we say, North Carolina barbecue has changed tremendously in that other styles have come in from other regions, which are served even in many of the most traditional places. For example, these ribs, we have smoked chicken, we have smoked, thick sliced turkey. Got some great baked beans here that have ground meat in them, really tangy. And then mac and cheese, which is more popular now than it seems like it ever was. Plus, a sweet potato muffin. That look all right?
Anytime.
People have settled in North Carolina from all over the country, so they have a lot of different barbecue People have settled in North Carolina from all over the country, so they have different barbecue expectations sometimes if they grew up elsewhere. There are nice pit-cooked ribs, there's smoked chicken, there's thick sliced smoked turkey served along with the traditional whole hog barbecue now at Sam Jones. And look at some of these sides. We've got tangy baked beans, their special recipe with ground meat in them, and mac and cheese, which is more popular than ever, and a nice sweet potato muffin. I bet I held that up too high, didn't I?
No, it's good.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Let's see. Look at these ribs. You know, North Carolinians have always eaten pork ribs. They just didn't call them barbecue, and they didn't necessarily pit cook them or. One more time.
Anytime.
Look at these ribs. You know, North Carolinians have always eaten ribs. They were just mostly cooked in the oven. Nowadays, though, we do call them barbecue along with whole hog and
Don't raise it too high, Bob.
all right. And
Not too high. Okay, anytime.
North Carolinians have always eaten pork ribs. We just didn't call them barbecue for the longest time. Now, though, pit cooked, smoked over a wood fire.
Anytime.
Oh. And just pick me a tight shot of the bite that.
There we go. Anytime.
You don't want a rib falling off the bone. You want enough firmness there that it'll hold the bite, has a nice chew to it. These are exceptional.
Good. Okay.
Now you can do all kinds of things with turkey. You can barbecue it and chop it up just like Eastern North Carolina pork barbecue. This is sort of thick sliced. You can do all sorts of things with turkey. This is sort of thick sliced turkey with a really, really smoky taste.
Lower it down just a little bit. And anytime.
You'd think that might be dry, but that is so moist and juicy. Wow.
Anytime.
Would you look at this smoked white meat chicken? That is gorgeous. You can see how moist that looks. Is that okay?
Anytime.
I'm going to move this mac and cheese aside so you can see these baked beans. I'm a big fan. People like all kinds of different things. My opinion is that these baked beans with the ground beef in there and that nice tangy sauce, sweet sauce, wow.
Anytime.
As I say, my opinion is Those are first class.
Anytime.
This is a really firm, cheesy mac and cheese. That looks so good. Very cheddary. Sweet potato muffin with it. Oh yeah.
Good. Okay.
Some barbecue places feature cobblers. More actually feature banana pudding, I think. This one is a baked banana pudding with a meringue.
Okay.
No shortcuts in that, nothing instant, no banana flavored instant pudding, no nothing. That's real custard, real eggs.
Okay.
Right, an old fashioned. Thanks. That was
Anytime.
This is one of my favorite This is one of my favorite cocktails, the old fashioned. They always have bourbon and muddled sugar and Angostura bitters. Then after that, they can change a little bit. This one has a slice of orange, but it also has creme de cacao and peach in it. Ooh, that's good. Let me do it one more time. I didn't like that too much. I can condense that a little bit. Huh?
After we do this, I need to shoot a close-up of it.
Go ahead and get your close up.
Okay. Anytime.
This is one of the first cocktails I learned to make years ago, the old fashioned. It always has bourbon, Angostura bitters, and muddled sugar. Then usually you have a piece of orange peel. This also has creme de cacao and peach. Oh, that's different. I love that. Okay.
We did a family dinner. Family dinner with barbecue and collards and coleslaw and a side of mac and cheese.
And did you want pork fried toast or sweet potato?
Cornbread. Cornbread. And
Tell me right now. Step in real quick. Got it in there, give me hit from me. You ain't like witness protection or anything? No. Then you good. Right, let's be over it. Doing work?